Hi guys, Steph here. Right, what have we got for you today? Well, comes in the original box, as you can see here. It's a gold sort of coloured cardboard box, and there we have it. We've got a nice Sheaffer or Sheaffers fountain pen. So let's open the box. Let's take the pen out. Let's pop that to one side. And the lovely thing about this, not only does it come with the original box, it comes with the original instructions. So let's have a look at them as well. So there we have it. Instructions for filling Sheaffer's touchdown and tip dip fountain pens. And then at the bottom there we've got WA Sheaffer Pen Company. And if we open it up, there you go. So it says the correct way to fill your Cadet and Craftsman 52 Sheaffer pen. And then as you can see there, gives you the different options how to fill the pen. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll keep it sort of nice and still for you so you can actually pause it if you wish and actually read it. And if we turn it to the back there, we've got a Sheaffer pencil, how to reload that, Sheaffer's script, which is the Sheaffer ink at the particular time or the particular period. So there we go. Nice to have the original box, the original instructions. So let's pop that to one side and let's have a look at this lovely pen. So what we've got for you here, now there's some confusion with these pens. This pen is a Sheaffer Craftsman 52 tip dip. It's not the snorkel. This is actually a touchdown fountain pen, and as you can see, it comes in grey, in this lovely grey colour. It's got quite a large cap band there to the bottom of the cap. If we take it up to the clip there, you can see the very recognisable Sheaffer clip with the word Sheaffers to the clip. And you can see it's this sort of cigar sort of shaped fountain pen. A lovely example. The size of the pen from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, 132mm capped, and around the diameter it's a nice 11mm in diameter. And the date of the pen, I'm dating nice and simply the mid 1950s, around about 1956. Now, as I said, this is a Sheaffer Craftsman 52. Some people will actually look at it and say, no, what you've got there is a Sheaffer Cadet. Now, quite a few years ago, a couple of years ago, I showed you a Sheaffer Cadet 23. Now, whether that pen was actually a Cadet or not, I'm not too sure now. But this one, I'm quite sure, is a Sheaffer Craftsman 52. Let's take a look at the barrel imprint. Let's keep it nice and still. And it reads, made in Australia, WA Sheaffer Pen Company. Let's keep it nice and still for you. Let's give you a little bit of a different angle. So it reads, made in Australia, WA Sheaffer Pen Company. Now, as far as I'm aware, these pens, the Sheaffer Craftsman 52, it's not rare, but it's quite uncommon. So you don't see a lot of these pens about. They made them in black, burgundy, a pastel green, a sort of aqua blue colour, and this one, as we said earlier, being the grey colour. As we said a little bit earlier, if I take you to the end of the barrel there, you can see to the end there we've got this knurled plunger knob to the end there. And what that means is that what we do, we simply unscrew the knob like so, we pull out the plunger, and as we said, this is a touchdown fountain pen, which simply means, as it says, is that you dip the nib in the ink, press down on the plunger, simple as that. Let's unscrew the cap for you. Let's give you a few little twirls. Now when the pen came to me, it didn't need much work. In my opinion, it's in absolutely excellent condition, and I don't believe when I actually got it, it actually been inked. So in my opinion, it's literally an ex-stock fountain pen. Excuse me. Let's take you up to the section there. You can see in this case it has this black section with these sort of lines going round, which makes it quite comfortable to actually hold. In some of these pens the section was actually the same colour as the barrel. Let's take you up to the nib. Now another reason why I feel that it's quite definitely a Sheaffer Craftsmen 52, you can see on the nib there it reads Sheaffer Australia 14 carat, and then to the bottom we've got the number 52, and you'll notice it's quite a wide shouldered nib, a very nice nib if I may say so. Let's show you a sideways view. Now these pens, they also termed them as being a tip dip feed pen, and what that simply means is if we turn it round, show you the sort of quite recognisable Sheaffer feed, and if we take you to the very sort of tip of the feed, you'll see this sort of hole to the end of the feed there, and that means this one is, as I say, is the tip dip. And what it meant was that allegedly to fill these pens it was a lot cleaner. What you'd simply do is just dip the nib in the ink, press down on the plunger, and it was a more cleaner way of filling the pen. Again, there you go at the end there, you can see the sort of hole in the end of the feed. Another nice sort of feature of these particular pens is that the nibs on these are actually removable, and you could, at that particular period of the 1950s, you would actually buy a nib to your liking, being a fine, medium, broad, whatever, and it simply mean that, and a little tip as well, just for you people that don't know, use a little bit of a rubber sheet and fold it over, hold it on the top of the nib and the bottom, and then if we just simply unscrew it like so, and there you have it. So there's the replacement nib. So at this point, if you weren't happy with the nib, you could replace it with a nib of your choice, very similar to the Esterbrook pens, again of that particular period. So let's screw it in a little bit. Let's just get our little rubber piece of rubber, screw it all the way home, just tighten it up slightly, and there we go. So a lovely, well, two little features. We've got the tip dip, which makes it supposedly a lot cleaner to fill the pen, and again a removable replaceable nib unit. Now yes, I can hear you people shouting, let's see it right. I'm not going to fill the pen because what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this pen available, try and find a new home for it. As you can see, it's in beautiful condition, and again, the thing, I'm repeating myself, it's actually a quite uncommon fountain pen. The Sheaffer Craftsmen 52s don't come along as regular as the other pens. So let's just simply dip the nib in the ink, and let's just see how the pen writes. So what we've got is a Sheaffer Craftsman, and as we said earlier, and as you saw on the nib, this is the number 52. And with a lot of these pens, made in Australia. Let's just give it another little dip. It's writing very nicely, and it's writing, as you can see, with a fine line. It's quite a hard nib. There's no line variation, as you can see. Nice and simple, writing with a lovely fine line. So obviously the nib in this particular case is a fine nib, and as I said, in that particular period, if the person that sort of purchased this pen or had it originally, if they didn't like the fine nib, they could have replaced it with a nib of their choice. So what we'll do, we'll keep it at that. We've got a lovely, actually what I'll do again, I'll just show you the feed system, not the feed, sorry, the filling system. So as I say, this is a touchdown. I'll get a little bit of tissue just in case, but what it simply means is that you would dip the nib or the tip of the nib in the ink, and you would simply push down with one stroke, and that in turn would fill the sack inside. There we go. And absolutely gorgeous. As I say, don't send me any messages saying, Steph, that's a cadet. As far as I'm concerned, this is a Sheaffer Craftsmen 52. The cadet is a very similar pen. There's slight differences. I believe it may actually have a metal cap, but in this case, a Sheaffer Craftsmen 52 in grey with gold filled trim, as you can see. The main thing, in superb condition with the original box and the original instructions, and last but not least, a very uncommon fountain pen. So I hope you enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't be shy, leave a comment below. Have you subscribed? If not, why not? Subscribe now. And lastly, if you possibly can, please support my work. But for now, I'll just say bye bye for now.